And is there not an irony that a lot of these wars are waged in the name of those societies seen as civilization against other societies that are deemed sort of inferior?
Well, there's nothing new about that. Colonialism has always meant that the colonialist sees the other person, the other people, as inferior, and it gives them the right to rule over them. And let's face it, no people and no civilization is immune to that. So there are these great empires, and these empires, they always have to believe that they're superior to the local people, so that gives them the right to dominate them. That's just how it works.
You only have to look at what Ben-Gvir and Smotrich and the others have been saying during this conflict. How do you deal with this dehumanization in this modern age, especially given that it has such an impact on populations as it spreads through social media and otherwise?
Well, it's an epidemic, isn't it? And by the way, Ben-Gvir, everybody talks about Smotrich and Ben-Gvir, but they're just the latest examples. It's been going on in Palestine for 100 years, and as soon as you make a decision that one people has the right to take over somebody else's land, you're going to have this dehumanization. So that didn't start with Ben-Gvir. They're just the most extreme and latest manifestations of it. But let's look at world history over the last several decades. 20 years ago or so, you had the war in Iraq, where the Americans were quite content to kill 500,000 Iraqi civilians in the name of what was a complete lie, the weapons of mass destruction. But it was all about domination, wasn't it? It was all about who gets to control the Middle East. And so behind these slogans and behind these ideologies, there's always some kind of imperial imperative. But empires and aggression always needs ideologies. And ideologies, whether they're, the ideology of the Nazi Germany, or the ideology of Western democracies, or the ideology of Zionism, they always need to justify themselves. And the fundamental, so that this has been going on forever and is going on now. The only problem is when we're doing it, we think we're justified. When other people are doing it, we see the error, we see the falsehood. It's very difficult for people to look at their own ideological blind spots and to examine them with open minds.